The Mexican monster David Benavidez and Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. Yeah, it's up next. I'm going to give y'all the details on the fight that's finna go down. But before we do that, make sure that y'all hit my like button and subscribe to the channel if you not already subbed to the channel. For a couple years now, a lot of y'all been arguing with me. David Benavidez is ducking Boo Boo. He'll never fight Boo Boo. And I told y'all, David said he'll fight Boo Boo. He want to smoke. David named Boo Boo as one of the main cats on his hit list. Y'all said, nah, he's capping. He's gonna duck Boo Boo. Why you say that? Well, David Benavidez's manager, Sampson, he said that they weren't gonna fight Boo Boo. He didn't want him to fight Boo Boo. And I said, don't talk to me about what his manager said. Talk to me about what David Benavidez said. So yeah, y'all was wrong, and y'all gotta chalk this one up, because now we are getting David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade sometime this fall. Right now, they are finalizing the fight deal, and I told y'all, the Mexican monster David Benavidez don't duck no smoke. And I'm glad for Demetrius Andrade, although it took him 15 years to finally fight somebody, he's finally fighting somebody after 15 years. And for all of those who said that PBC was going out of business, PBC was done with, what y'all gotta say now? Because PBC, they still and continue to put on the biggest fights in boxing, period. You know what I'm talking about? They putting on the biggest fights in boxing. Ain't no other promotional company, right, putting on the fights that Showtime and PBC is displaying. Giving the fans what they want, giving the fans what they've been asking for years. Nothing but smoke over there on the PBC. So shout out to the PBC and Showtime, man. I love it, man. Love it. And so, as reported, the fight will be happening this fall, and it will be on pay-per-view. This will be the second fight that David Benavidez will be headlining on his own pay-per-view. And y'all know I rock with David Benavidez. But Boo Boo's a hell of a fighter. You know what I'm talking about? Boo Boo's a hell of a fighter. He just kind of rubbed me the wrong way sometimes. But man, I like Boo Boo. I'm not gonna say I don't rock with him. It's because I was at one point in time, I was a huge fan of Boo Boo Andrade, but I just got sick of him fighting C and D level opponents. And a lot of that is not his fault, but some of that is his fault. Hey, it's me again. Hi, what's up? It's me again. Mr. It's me again. And this time, unfortunately, I don't think this fight is going to go well for Boo Boo. Everybody is talking about that Benavidez ain't all that, and, well, not everybody, but a lot of people that's Boo Boo fans, and a lot of people that love Canelo, you know what I'm saying, they don't like David Benavidez. They think that David Benavidez is all cap, that he ain't really like that. And I'm telling people right now, David Benavidez is really like that, and it's going to get ugly in there for Boo Boo Andrade. Now, Boo Boo Andrade is a hell of a fighter for the first 5 rounds. You know what we call those? Front runners. Yeah, Demetrius Andrade is a front runner. That's just what he is, you know what I'm talking about? After the first 5 rounds, his punching power, it goes bye-bye. He not knocking nobody out after the first 4 or 5 rounds. And, you know, after that, he's just really, I'm not going to say he's a basic fighter, but he's not an A-level fighter after the first 4 or 5 rounds. And now, at this point in Demetrius Andrade's career, I think he's on the downslide. He's definitely on the downslide. But, you know, every time we see him coming off a long inactivity. And so this time, he's actually going to be pretty active, because I think he did fight in maybe January. I believe he fought on the undercard of the Gervonta Davis and Hector Garcia fight, right? And I believe that was in January, so he's not going to be near as inactive as he usually is. And I believe he was coming off like a 2-year layoff in that fight, so he got to get a tune-up in, and he going to go in with David Benavidez at 168 pounds, you know, and It's going to be a good fight, but I got David Benavidez doing him bad. You know what I'm talking about? I got David Benavidez doing him bad after probably like the second half of the fight. Once Demetrius Andrade starts to slow down, because he will slow down, it's going to get ugly for him. And I got David Benavidez possibly stopping Demetrius Andrade. It's unfortunate that Demetrius Andrade, when he was at 154 pounds, I probably had him the best 154 pounder out there. I rated him over both Charlos. I rated him over Canelo. The only 154 pounder that I think that I might have rated him under at the time was Lara. When he was in his prime. But Demetrius Andrade, man, he was a force to be reckoned with. We just never got a chance to see him fight top level competition. And I believe that hurt his career, because fighting D level after D level, C level opponent after C level, and never fighting he didn't even never fight a B plus level opponent. And I think that hurt him, right? Because he didn't get to see and get the experience in certain fights that he needed to continue to, get him better. He continued to fight low-level opposition, so you kind of get lackadaisical, right? And now, I haven't seen Boo Boo Andrade impress me in a long time. So it's going to be real tough, him going in there against the Mexican monster David Benavidez. But a lot of y'all that was talking all that loud, tough talk, talking about he ducking Boo Boo and he don't want no parts of Boo Boo and Boo Boo gonna box his head off. I want y'all to keep that same energy. Y'all know I want all of y'all to keep that same energy, because David Benavidez is proving y'all wrong now again. But I already know what y'all gonna do. I know where y'all gonna come at, because you know that your partner, your boy Boo Boo, is gonna take a L, and he gonna take a real bad L. So what y'all gonna say? David Benavidez is ducking David Morrell. How come he don't want to fight David Morrell? And I'm gonna say, y'all was just begging him to fight Boo Boo. You know what I'm talking about? And David Benavidez and David Morrell, dangerous fight. Both of them dudes are very, very dangerous. And I don't know who will win that fight. Y'all know I'm rocking with David Benavidez, you know what I'm talking about? But at the end of the day, I think that they will get in the ring. If David Benavidez can't get a Canelo fight after he run through Demetrius Andrade, well, David Morrell is going to be right there, and I believe that's the fight that they're going to have to make next. David Benavidez is showing everybody, man, that he don't duck no smoke. But of course, you don't want to get in the ring with David Morrell just yet, because David Morrell is a monster himself, and they can continue to build that fight as a mega fight. Why throw that fight away right now when both of them, right, are still working their way to be mega superstars? Demetrius Andrade, you know what I'm saying? This is his first big fight, and he's been in the game like 15 years. So this is a great fight for David Benavidez to go in and knock off somebody that people say that he's been ducking for years, and knock off somebody that people say that he was scared of. You know, PBC and Showtime, man, they doing a great job, and David Benavidez is that next guy, right? He is that next Mexican superstar that's going to take the place of Canelo Alvarez. Canelo, you're going to have to move over real soon, and David Benavidez is going to be the next guy. Now, a lot of the Mexican fan base, y'all hating on David Benavidez right now. Y'all saying he ain't a real Mexican and all type of other shit, right? But watch how fast y'all jump on the bandwagon if he get that Canelo fight. And if he do get that Canelo fight, he's going to whoop Canelo. And all of the fans, they're going to go from Canelo to David Benavidez, just like all of the Mexican fans went from Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. to Canelo Alvarez, because y'all must have forgot. In the beginning, y'all was hating on Canelo Alvarez, calling him a white Mexican, calling him Irish and all of that shit. And then once he got the throne and he was the top Mexican fighter, y'all went right over to his side. Y'all switched from Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. to Canelo Alvarez. These are facts. And for those who don't know, just go and do a little bit of history, and you'll see everything that I'm talking about right now is facts. But salute, man, to the PBC. Salute to Showtime. Salute to David Benavidez, the Mexican monster. And salute to Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade for taking a tough fight. And they gonna get it on this fall on pay-per-view. I can't wait. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. Is y'all excited about this fight? Drop a comment in the comment section. Make sure that you hit my like button and subscribe to the channel if you not already subbed to the channel. Y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.